Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on, I think it's week 15, day 2 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing Monday through Friday. Super cool. It's just a super good way to be intentional about developing some parts of our, of us. And, super excited to be going through these affirmations. We are working through Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. And the affirmation for this week, I love it as we're going into the new year, is I am telling my own story in a new way. And I want us to think about how we've told our story in the past and how we can think of that, maybe our same story in a different light, come to different conclusions about ourselves and about our world around us. So the affirmation for today is I am speaking in present positive terms. And there's 2 things on that I really, really love. And the one is I'm speaking in positive terms. So just giving the compliments, right? So many people, I can remember compliments that I got when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old. Compliments stay with me forever. And so, and they do with so many people. When you write them a nice note, people latch on to the good. So let's compliment as much as we can. Let's point out the good. Let's as the song says, which is the song I'm pairing for this affirmation today, is let's accentuate the positive. Let's look for the positive. I just love the idea of looking and pointing out the positive. Okay, and do we sometimes need to address things that need to be changed? Yes, but let's lead from a sense of love as much as we possibly can. Okay, and so the other thing that the affirmation to me is speaking about is present positive terms. So I'm let's stay in what's happening now. Let's not be pulled back to the past. I know sometimes we all get pulled back, but let's pull ourselves back. Every single time we get pulled back to the past, let's pull ourselves back to the present. Let's see what's going on in the present. Let's let go of some things that happened in the past. If we've had hurts in the past, let's do the work that we need to heal them. If we've had mistakes in the past, let's do what we can to learn from them and know that we are wiser than we were in the past. Let's let go of the things in the past. So, and then the other thing I wanted to say too was staying in the present. Let's if we do need to address things, which everyone has things that sometimes need to be addressed sometimes on a daily basis, right? So when we do need to address things, let's stick to addressing one thing at a time. And the present behavior as opposed to the last 15 behaviors that were like it. Or though let's talk about one thing. Let's just say someone leaves socks on the floor, right? Let's address the socks that are being left on the floor and not the 15 other things that they did wrong. Let's not just dump out the whole garbage can all at once. Let's deal with one thing in a positive way, in a kind and a loving way. So that people can feel loved, because we all want to feel loved and we all want other people to feel loved. And I just wanted to mention the study that I think it was John Gottman did that showed that you almost have to have 5 to 10 positive things in order to neutralize one negative comment. So the scriptures tell us that when we have to reprimand, to show an increase of love afterward. And let's do that, right? Let's make sure that if we do have to address some things or have some crucial conversations or hard conversations or whatever you would like to call them, but if we have to have some conversations that might make a person feel that they've done something wrong, let's make sure that we're showing a lot of love afterward. Okay. That said, the affirmation for this week is I am telling my own story in a new way. The affirmation for today is I am speaking in present positive terms. positivity. It just makes everyone happy, right? And the essential oil blend that we're diffusing for the week is 2 drops of vetiver, which is the oil, hold on, the oil of centering and descent, and 2 drops of lavender, which is the oil of communication and calm, and 2 drops of lime, which is the oil of zest for life. And today we are going to be diving into the emotional aspects of vetiver. And the first thing that I want you to know about vetiver is that in India, it's called the oil of tranquility, right? It is so calming. It is so sedative. It is just super, super calming. Now, a warning on vetiver. Lavender, which is also very, very calming, smells beautiful. Like, oh, lavender, give me some more. Vetiver, not so much. So you're almost always going to want to pair vetiver with another oil because I'm not saying it smells bad, but it just has a lot more of an earthy smell. So it doesn't have like the sweetness that maybe flowers have. Anyway, so vetiver, the gifts of vetiver is that it's a root. First of all, vetiver comes from a root, right? And so roots are going to be grounding, and it can ground us deep. It can ground us and help to connect us on thinking deeply about how we think and feel, and just being able to, so what am I really feeling here? Like, do you ever get mad about something and then you're like, oh my gracious, maybe it's a little thing that you got mad at, and then you realize that it wasn't at all about that thing. It was about all this other stuff that was like you got mad at the tip of the iceberg or the final straw, but there was this whole other thing. So vetiver helps us to get to the roots of problems. If you're doing any type of self-awareness work, if you're like going to counselors, vetiver, diffuse vetiver, ask your counselor. A lot of counselors love essential oils, so ask, if I'm going to a counseling session, do you mind if I just diffuse this, because I feel like it just helps me relax and talk better and even be more self-aware. So vetiver would be a super good oil. If you're journaling, vetiver would be an amazing oil to use when you're journaling, just getting all of that stuff out on paper, seeing the deeper issues in different things. Vetiver is going to totally help with that. One of my favorite gifts of vetiver. It helps us get to the root of the problem. Also, it helps us not to just glide over the surface of things. So some people just I'm just going to call them the ice skaters, okay? Because they're just like, I'm not going to ever look below this surface. I don't even care because I'm afraid of what's under there, that I'm not going to be able to handle it. So that's going to cause too much pain. So I'm just going to I'm just kind of like the ostrich that buries its head in the sand, doesn't want to see what's really going on. So a lot of people are like that. They're afraid to face what's really, really going on. And so vetiver can help in situations like that, help us relax and be calm and know that we can really look at the issues, and it's that the freedom from pain or the peace doesn't come from ignoring all the issues that are there, but in actually looking at them, figuring them out, addressing them, and solving them. That's where the real peace comes in. That's where the real freedom from pain comes in, is in solving the stuff. So if you have avoiders in your life, and who sometimes isn't an avoider, right? I'm sure we all like to avoid things sometimes. But in those times of avoidance, vetiver is a super good oil to put on to let us know, what, I can relax in this. Yeah, there's a problem, but yeah, I can handle it. Right? Okay, I love this saying that we're all survivors. We all have 100% track record of surviving. None of us are dead yet. So whatever the problems are that we're facing, we're going to be able to survive that. Okay, so if you feel like someone needs to face reality because they really like hiding from reality, vetiver can be a oil, again, that's relaxing enough that can let them know, yeah, it's okay. We have problems, they exist. Problems always exist. But we're going to get through them. Vetiver is super good oil for that. Again, it's known as the oil of tranquility in India. So that's my shout out on Vetiver and my shout out on speaking in present positive terms and in telling our story in a new way. It is the very last day of 2019. I hope that whatever you're doing to celebrate, that you celebrate and you remember the good and you let go of all the bad things that have happened, and you go into 2020. For me, my motto is perfect vision in 2020. Whatever your motto, Caleb, can you get me some water, please? Whatever your motto for 2020 is, I hope that you have an amazing year, that your story is a new story, that you start off putting the old story, yep, that was my old story, but this year we all get new stories. Okay? This is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, Living the Wholesome Life, telling you that I know that you can make it a great day. Okay, bye-bye.